So in the last video, we went through the problem and we pulled out this given information. And then we basically said, hey, you know what? Delta t, the time elapsed, this is the variable that we don't care about. It didn't ask about this, and it didn't actually give us this to us in the given problem. So what did we do? We came over here to these formulas down over here. We excluded these ones because it didn't have anything to do with average velocity. And I basically said, what we're going to do is scan through these formulas, look for our delta t's, and basically say to ourselves, we're not going to be using these formulas that have the delta t involved. And this is what we did, right? So what was the reason why we did this? Why did we do this? Now, I'm just going to take a little sidestep over here for a quick second and show you this. I'm going to give you the instruction to solve for x in these two equations. Okay, so once again, we do have two terms over here. We have the 5x plus 2. Once again, terms are separated by plus signs and minus signs. How do we go about isolating the x? Well, first, let's get rid of this term over here of plus 2. How do we get rid of a plus 2? Let's subtract 2 on each side of the equation. 17 minus 2, which gives us 15, and that's equal to 5x. Now, what we have is a 5 being multiplied by x. How do we get rid of a multiplication of 5? We divide both sides by 5, and we simply get 3 is equal to x. And we were able to get a value for our x. Now let's do this. I'm just going to do the same thing here. Now, let's get a value for x. Well, wait a minute. I could solve for x, but will this result in a value for x? I don't think so, right? Because now we have the two terms here, once again separated by the plus sign and minus sign. We could subtract 2y on both sides of the equation, and then divide by our 5. And this is what's equal to x. Wait a minute, so if we have here our two unknowns, will we be able to get a value for x? No, right? Because there's two unknowns here. Hey, wait a minute, so this is the reason why we were crossing out our delta t's, because we have an unknown right here, and we have an unknown right here, and if I want to solve for this, and I don't know this value, would I be able to get a value? No. So let's come through here. Once again, I want to solve for this, VF. This equation here, it has VF, but it also has delta t. And that's the reason why I basically said, hey, let's cancel this one out. This equation over here, well, wait a minute, it doesn't even have a VF, so how would I be able to go about getting a value for VF? I wouldn't be able to, obviously. This one over here, it's got VF, and it doesn't have a delta t. Oh, wait a minute. That's the equation that we did use. Okay, so this one over here, it's got a VF and a delta t. We can't get a value, once again, because it simply has the delta t. We're going to cross out our delta t's over here, and these are the formulas that we can't use. This one over here, it doesn't have a delta t. It's got a VF. We could solve this and get a value. And that's the process, and that's the reason why we do that.